Now, I'm going to apologize for the quality of these videos. They're not professional qualities, and I work in the professional video market. I know what that looks like. But right now, I'm trying to capture an idea. I'm trying to capture some concepts. So let's work with me a little bit on the quality and style. But if I can pass this on, what I'm seeing, we want to be able to see what cannot be seen with our eyes in order to do what normally cannot be done by the average person because they give up. And in this business, we have the saying that someone came up with, start and don't quit. Because they've just seen that happen. That the people that did not quit in 3 years' time, they're just in business. Why are they in business? Because there's just a natural process as you're learning the little steps and helping a few people learn the little steps, the multiplication starts coming together. Now, I've studied a whole bunch of, I've not just studied, I've been involved in business for 50 years, and I've read a bunch of books. So I do have a group of books that are my foundational books. There's about 5, and that's what I want to do. I want to build something to last. I want to build a sustainable business in people's lives. What I'm trying to build is not a big business and a big name for myself. That ship passed in my life. But if I can take this year, my goal is 10 people. If I can build the concepts so that 10 people can literally have their own sustainable business lifestyle for the long run, then I will be successful. That's my life goal, because I know that I know money follows when you're doing the right thing. That money is not the goal. It's never the goal. It's the byproduct of something much, much more important. And that's something that's not talked about. You may not hear that from very many people, but when we get a hold of that concept of actually caring, helping people, the money will follow. So with that said, I'm going to touch on the one little topic. So like I said, I've got on my sheet, it's like 25 little micro packets. Well, they're not, and they can take some time to learn. In fact, some of them take minutes, some of them hours, some of them days, some of them weeks and months. But each of these little concepts, we can just grab hold and we can begin to build each other in them. And the first one is going to be trust. Trust is so critical. Now, how do you build? How does trust work? First of all, so I just went to do a doctor's checkup. You know, I'm 60s, and I'm sitting down with this young lady. She's a fairly new doctor, and do I trust her? Number one, I think. Does she care about me? Does she understand me? I'm just subconsciously, I'm just processing. Does she care about me? And does she understand my situation? Number two, what's her motive in this? Is this just a job to her? Does she actually do it? Does she do it to get something out of it? Or does she do it to add value and actually give something away? Number three, does she have the ability? Does she actually know what she's doing? I mean, this is medical. I mean, my body is so complicated. I need somebody who actually knows this stuff and just doesn't, uh, you know, put out generic cliches. We do that way too much in this business. Be careful of generic cliches. We're building trust. Number four, what's her track record? So this is an example when I go to the doctor and I meet this person. It happens the same thing when you go to a mechanic. It's going to happen when you are working with a banker. It's going to happen when you're working with a real estate. How much more in the financial industry where we're working with people's financial future, literally the foundation of their life, the thing that they know that they know this has got to work, and that they also know that there are so many people that are trying to cheat them out of it, so many predators, so many scammers. So we have to become masters of trust builders. Trust builders needs to become a foundational mark of our lives, and it has to start right within our community. Now, the whole company and agency is way too big. I can't even touch or affect even a portion of it, except in this team, in our team, I do have influence. I can help to build trust, and I can work to build healthy trust in myself. Now, how does healthy trust in myself? Because I came back from Japan very broken because I had been betrayed by my best friends. It wasn't necessarily their fault because they were also betrayed. In other words, there is a real devil working against us, in my opinion, and just bad things happen to good people. But I came back broken, and I did not trust. I just could not trust. Why couldn't? Why? What allows us to trust? Three things, according, and this is taken from Dr. Cloud. He's written a book on boundaries, which I highly recommend. He has continual teachings, but I locked onto this, that wow, this is a big deal. I will be able to trust someone who is not necessarily completely trustworthy, but I will be able to trust when three things. Number one, I have the resources to give. When I have energy, when I have knowledge, when I have ability, when I have strength, when I have financial, whatever it is, and when I have something to give, I can begin to trust. So that's why prospecting, it at first it doesn't work very well because the new person doesn't have anything to give, and then we see somebody like Nick or someone that's been doing this. They have the confidence, they know that it works because they actually have they're offering something that's real. That's the difference for me now. All of a sudden I have something that's real. I have the understanding, the vision. I can see it. This is real. And so now prospecting is that's not going to be that's not a hard thing. um, I, I can't wait to do this because it's fun when it's not hard, and it's terrible when it is hard. But when you're trying to give something away that you don't have, it's next to impossible. You cannot give what you do not have. So what we have to do is get it. So I found it. Now we're going to get it. We're going to get these pieces of the puzzle, and then we have something to give. So for building trust, you have to have something to give away. You have to have the ability and the authority and the freedom to say no. So you don't want to be prospecting. You don't want, when you run into someone, they're just a troublemaker. They're just causing, no, it's not going anywhere. You have to be able to say no. I have to be able to say no. Because if we don't have the confidence and the ability to say no, then we feel manipulated, and that happens all the time, and that's what we all hate. That's why everyone is afraid of the approach on both sides. The person that's doing the approach and the person is receiving it. We're instantly afraid. You're trying to take something. You're trying to get something. What is your motive? Or do you have the ability? Do you care about me? Do you understand my situation? What's your track record? So every time we meet someone, there's four things that we check. But in order to be good at it, we have to have something to give away. I'm going to stop right there.